brothers, I want you to know this. Whoever you choose, whatever woman you choose, that is probably the most important decision in your life. If it's not at the top of the list, if it's not the number one, it is probably number two. Why? Because she will shape the trajectory of your life. If you choose a bummy, non-ambitious, disrespectful, loud-mouthed, I gotta talk over you all the time, aggressive kind of woman, she'll probably destroy you, and your productivity, as in working, earning potential, all that will go downhill. If she is the type that is nurturing, loving, caring, supportive, etc., etc., respectful, submissive, they hate that word, then you will probably see yourself going up, up, up. Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Let's start this video off like this, with a disclaimer or a warning. This video is for guys, okay? I know my female audience members are going to be like, what? SouFlo for guys? Yeah, this video is for guys. Remember I told y'all I wanted to start like this safe space for men where we can actually like elevate each other, uplift each other, talk about real things that affect us as men, uninterrupted, share ideas, you know, and again, repeat, uplift each other. That's in this line. So I don't want to see any of your comments about your boyfriends or your ex-man and what men did to you and it's men versus women and all that type of stuff. It's not welcomed here, and I will personally go through this video comment section and remove every comment that has anything to do with anything like that, right? Bear with me. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning right now, and I'm about to go put this content in. So this particular video is about who you choose as a woman, as your woman, who you choose to make your woman, your wife, right? And you know, women, they spend a lot of time. There are certain women out there who spend a lot of time with a man who she hopes to become her knight in shining armor, her forever guy kind of thing. But she's not putting in the work to make him want to become her forever guy. You understand? Let's put it like this in short. A woman will say, learn my love language, speak to me in my love language, and that's when everything is perfect. But she never asks the man what is his love language. She never even cares to learn his love language, right? And then she just feels like she can go off and do whatever the hell she wants to do, but he must learn her love language and he must follow her book of instructions on how she needs to be treated. All the while, he is giving her specific instructions on how he needs to be treated, and she's ignoring them. So this is for that type. That said, I compiled a list because I was once with this particular person. Now, we learn from our mistakes, our past, and we're able to teach, right? So I was with this one particular sister for quite a period of time, and she wanted to get married, and I told her that I would, but I kept stalling. And I didn't keep stalling and lying. I kept stalling and being truthful. She's like, okay, we getting married this year. And I'm like, nah, I'm not ready for it this year. And then another year came and she's like, I'm giving you all these years of my life. Why are you not marrying me? And I told her straight to her face. I said, the things you say to me tells me that down the road we'll be divorced shortly. I don't want to go through a divorce. And I see divorce written all over you. Now imagine a man who she's trying to get married to telling you, I see divorce all over you, right? And I would tell her the specifics. And basically her attitude was like, take it or leave it. It is what it is. And she still expected me, like a dummy, to be a dummy and walk her down the aisle, put a ring on her finger, sign paperwork, and then what? End up in divorce court a few years later. So no, I avoided that. How I know this list right here is how I knew that she would never be my wife, and she was only suited as somebody to pass time with until either she leaves or until I decided that I had had enough of her and I found someone else, or it was time for me to find someone else more suitable. I know a lot of people are going to say, especially women, triggered, why? But you used her then, because if you knew all along she wasn't going to be, why did you stick around, or why did you keep her around? I kept her around because she wanted to be kept around. Right. She could have left. She was free to go. I wasn't holding her hostage, and I made her no fake promises. Right. So if she wanted me to be her husband, she would have fell in line and did what it took for me to be her husband. Just like when you go for a job, you do what it takes to get the job. Right. So you're going to do what it takes to be my wife. And if I'm telling you my list of requirements and you can't fall in line with it, matter of fact, if you're disrespectful about my list, then you're not a good candidate. You can give me your list and say, this is what I demand of a husband or a man, and you are all of them, and I try my best to be all of them, but I can give you a list and you totally ignore it. You're the wrong person. One of the things that she did, she never ever admitted to being wrong. Ever. Ever. I was with her for years, and not once in all those years did she ever say, you know what? I was wrong. I'm sorry. That was so draining. As a matter of fact, she did. She said I was wrong once. And then it was this is how she said I was wrong. Okay, there, I said it. And that's not an apology. That's not, there, I said it. And, right? It wasn't, oh man, babe, I was wrong. I'm sorry. There was no genuineness to it, you know? And it is always my fault with her. And no matter what it was, I'm always her worst mistake and the sole reason for her unhappiness. That is how she acted every single time we came into any kind of a conflict or any kind of a disagreement. It always resorted to me being her worst mistake, me being the person who was wrong. Every single time. She was never wrong. In all the years I was with her, I was able to speak sensibly to other people, but for some reason I never said an intelligent or sensible word or sentence to her. If we're out having fun or we're around the house having fun, enjoying ourselves together, I'm the perfect guy. If I ever say anything that I have a problem with, then suddenly, boom, big argument would erupt. And then, of course, she's never wrong. That's draining. You don't want to be with somebody who can't admit when they are wrong, hold that accountability, and build on that and move forward. If someone cannot admit they're wrong, then you will never be able to fix whatever problem it is. In order to fix a problem, you must first be able to admit that you have a problem, right? All right. The next one, number 2, she moved like she was a cheater. Even if she is not cheating, she still did not understand security and making your partner feel secured, right? Example, FB or Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all these social media platforms. She would block me on all these platforms. Now remember, we live in the same house, right? And as soon as any arguments happened between us, she would run to her phone, take her phone to another room, block me on all the social media platforms. She would not, not that I wanted to be on any of them, because I really didn't care. I'm too busy doing my own thing. But I would notice, like I would try to send her stuff, and I would notice it wasn't going. And then I realized, oh, I'm blocked. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm blocked. We live in the same house, but I'm blocked on Instagram. I'm blocked on Facebook. I'm blocked on Twitter. I'm blocked on whatever, right? She moved just like a cheater. Just like a cheater. And then when down the road, when things got better again, she would unblock me again. That just never sat good with me. You know, move like a cheater. In a relationship, you cannot move like a cheater. And then when I told her that, I said, listen, because I'm the kind of person, I just say it, lay it on the table. So I would say, listen, you do stuff that cheating people do. It's like you're trying to hide stuff on social media, so you would block your partner. Like, I don't care if you see mine. I don't care if you see my social media. You could have my phone anytime you want to. Go through it, whatever, right? And I don't care about social media like that. it's not as important as my relationship. She would say stuff like, I don't care what you believe. I know what I know. I don't care what you believe. I know what I know. That's wrong. You need to care what I believe, especially if you think you want me to be your husband. You need to care what I believe, just like I need to care what you believe. I need to know that you know, as my partner, that I'm not the type of person that's going to do anything to jeopardize our relationship, especially cheat, right? So she just didn't have that mental space. She moved like a cheater. So number one, she would never take accountability. She has never said she was wrong, ever. Number two, she moved like a cheater. I don't know if she was or she wasn't, but just the fact that she did move like one, it caused a lot of other problems. You know what I mean? Number three, she was very secretive with her phone. Here we go with the phone again. As in what she was viewing, what she was engaging in on the phone, whatever content she was looking at. If I was to approach her as she was looking at her phone, or if I was to walk in a room where she was in the room, she would start doing like this with her phone. First she'll get the buggy eyes like, oh shit, he just came in the room. And then she'll watch me like, how close is he gonna get to me? The closer I got to her, she just started scrolling fast like this, like, let me lose this so he doesn't see what it is. And I would say, why are you changing your screen that fast? I don't care what you're looking at. And that would start an argument. Why you worried about my phone? Huh? Why you worried about my phone? I don't care about what you be looking at when you're on your phone. So I said, okay. Yeah, that very secretive stuff about her phone. Me, mind you, again, my phone is open. Okay? She would have like, you know when you have your phone and you have like messages would come in and you can see the messages, like a piece of the message across the top of your phone right here without you having to open the phone? She would put that to private. So all her phone looked like all day was just a blank screen. Meanwhile, I'm in the house. My phone is put down flat. She can read and see all my messages coming in, pieces of it. And she would a lot of times interpret what she wanted to interpret out of pieces of my messages and start arguments over that. But mind you, I cannot see her messages coming in because she has everything set to private and don't show it on the screen. And I'm like, yo, okay, so that's number three. Number four, I asked. Now, this is a question. If you're a grown-ass man and you're looking for a life partner, please know that these things are important. Might sound trivial now, but it's not. So I asked her one day, I said, could you find yourself in a sexless relationship? Like, she said, immediately she shot. Hell no. 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 And I said, well, what if we got in an accident? What if I was paralyzed from the chest down? What if I wasn't able to deliver sex like the way how you're used to getting it and all that other stuff? Well, I don't know. I don't know. So that was a big red flag for me right there, right? She couldn't be in a sexless relationship, even if tragedy struck or illness strikes. Remember, you're talking about life, lifetime, over the period of a whole life. Things happen, right? And nobody is the same years later and years later. And the older you get, shit stops working. See, or it works, but not like it used to, kind of thing. So you don't know what the future holds for you. I've seen people live very healthy, they're conscious people, and they still get hit with sickness, and they still get put in a position to where they're not able to deliver sex. So just a random question. Could you be in a sexless relationship with me? She says no. Hell no. And I said, okay, that's number four. Number five. I asked one time, right? I said, if we got in an accident and I became paralyzed, or I would need somebody to like change my diaper and stuff like that, basically bedridden and needed to be taken care of, she was like, oh no, I can't do that. No second thought about it. This is somebody who wants you to be their husband for life, right? No, I can't do that. Listen, I would pay somebody to do that, but I can't do that. Oh, no. I said, yeah, that ain't the person for me. Because here I am all along thinking, I don't like cleaning anybody's shit, especially a grown adult. But if this is your partner, this is your life partner, your wife, as a man, you get in there and take care of her. She's sick. You want to help out. You want to take care of her. You want to change diapers if that's what you have to do. What if she vomits on herself because of nauseated feelings from medication? Or what if she has diarrhea and a nurse or assistant is not around all the time? What if you can't afford 24 hours medical care? You're going to have to jump in there and do some of this stuff. It's nice to know that there's somebody who is with you who can say, man, that's easy. You my heartbeat. I would do that in a jiffy. That's the answer I was looking for, right? All along I'm thinking, never my wife. Never my wife. Never. You can never be my wife, right? Number 6, she never ever checks on me. That is deep to me. I even explained it to her. I said to her one time, I said, how come you never check on me? How come you never say, you all right? How was your day? You seem a bit moody. What's going on? You want to talk about it? Nothing. If I came in the house and I acted upset, or if I seemed like I was upset, she would just automatically get upset too and assume that I'm upset because of something that has to do with her. And she would literally not speak for like 24 hours straight until I go to her. So I have to process whatever it is that's making me upset first. Then I go to her and I would say, why you didn't come ask me if I'm okay or anything? I don't know, because I asked you before, long time ago, and you made it seem like I was being a burden to you, so I never asked again. Really? Really? Anyhow, so yeah, she never checked on me. And number 7, she can go days being in the same space with me, and she is okay with not speaking to me and not interacting with me. That's not your wife. If somebody could go days being in the same space, like the same house, the same building, the same, and you're supposed to be their person, and they're comfortable not speaking to you. Matter of fact, we got into an argument one time, right? And you know, when you get into an argument, sometimes hurtful things are said out of anger. She was one of those kind of people too. So she said stuff like this: I don't give a fuck about you like that. I could be in the same room with you all day, and I wouldn't give a fuck if you spoke to me or not, and I would be just fine. Here I go, being a mature one. I'm like, yeah, I could see that because you're so into your phone, so you would have a phone for entertainment. But you know, back in the day, and I went with the back in the day story, I'm like, you know, back in the day, like my grandparents, them and my parents, they didn't have a phone to distract them. And they didn't even have too many channels on the TV, and my grandparents didn't even have TVs, right? So they had to work out whatever it is they had going on between them, because they were each other's source of entertainment as well as companionship and everything else like that. She was, you know, so being with somebody who's comfortable, whether they're upset, like if they get upset at you, they don't want to work it out, so they'll just be quiet, and they could walk past you in the same house all day, every day, for days in a row. That just did not sit right with me. So again, that got added to the list of why she could never be my wife. Number 8, we're going to 10. We're at number 8. Number 8, we had an argument one time, right? So you got to be careful the things that you say in an argument. And it goes both ways. It goes for men as well as it goes for women. Somebody says something hurtful to you, you say something hurtful back. And then it becomes a tit for tat kind of, you disrespecting me, I'm disrespecting you back. You hurt my feelings, I'm hurting your feelings worse. So you say something bad, I'm saying something worse. What you have to understand in a relationship is that these things never go away. Even when you make up later, even when you have that great makeup sex, oh, I wanted you so much, oh my God, we're back together kind of thing, those things that were said will still linger, and they will still be held against you, believe it or not. One of the things that she said though is, we had an argument one time and she busts out and went, oh, you swear you just too good to be cheated on. I swear I'm just too good to be cheated on. And when she said that, I was like, yeah, this is a person that has cheated on you and you just didn't find out. So she's bold enough now to say it in an argument, you swear you too good to be cheated on. Boy, I've been cheating on you. I don't really care, right? And that's the I got. So I put that on the list as number 8 as why she would have never been my wife. I would never make her my wife. Stick around as long as you want to because you're a cool person and we can vibe. And I could use you just as much as you using me. Because one thing about it is I paid all the bills. So you living bills free. That's a credit to you. And in the meantime, I focus on what I'm focusing on, build something. And then when I feel like I don't need you around anymore, I let you go. I release you, right? Or I get away from you. Number 9, I will never ever respect you. I will never ever respect you. Boom. She said that out her face. And again, it was one of those heated argument situations. I don't give a damn if we make up from this. I don't care how long we've been, I don't care how long we've been, whatever. I will never ever respect you. I don't care how long we are together. I will never ever respect you. She said that. And then she followed that up by, I never ever, oh, here's another one. I never heard from her, I love you, unless I said to her, I love you first. And I used to do it on purpose. Like, let me see how long I can go without saying I love you to her, just to see if she would ever say I love you back to me. And I literally went weeks without hearing I love you. But she's also the kind of person who I would get up and compliment her every day. Damn, your body is banging, babe. You sexy as hell. You know, I would compliment her body. I would compliment her shape. I would compliment her eyes, her face, her hair. She got a new hairdo. Everything. That woman never once gave me a compliment. Well, she gave me a compliment. Yeah, she never did. She gave me a compliment one time in all the years we have been together. Once. That's it. Here's number 10. Number 10 is, I think I spoke about number 10 already, where the phone was set to where the notifications came in privately, while my phone was set to public. So my phone is saying I have no secrets. You could see everything. Her phone is saying nobody's going to see it unless I want them to see it, kind of thing, right? Yeah, but those last ones really bothered me. I will never respect you. That came out of your mouth. Really. Oh, you think you're too good to be cheated on? That came out of your mouth as my woman? Really? Okay. And never ever returning a compliment. She never understood reciprocation in any way, shape, or form. And the biggest one of them all, of course, was that she moved like she was a cheater, even if she wasn't, but she created that doubt. And, of course, never, ever, man, saying I'm wrong and I'm sorry for that woman was like, I think she would have rather committed suicide than to say, you know what, I was wrong. I'm sorry. That was a problem. Now, I'll end this video by saying this. A wife comes to you ready to be a wife. And I see a lot of women on social media now, they'll be like, oh, when I get the right man and when he puts a ring on it, I'll start being a wife. I'll treat him like a wife's supposed to treat a husband. But until then, I'm out here 304ing or doing whatever I'm doing. Okay, this for my brothers. You can't make a woman into a wife, okay? The qualities that it takes to be a wife, you can't make a woman into that. It has everything to do with her background, her makeup, who raised her, how she was raised, things she experienced, and where she's at now in life. If she has been damaged before and she managed to heal from that, and she's at a place where she is going through healing and transitioning into a better person and all that, she might have the qualities of a wife. If she came from a good home, she's untouched. She's not damaged goods. She hadn't been passed around or hadn't passed herself around, and she is loving, caring, nurturing, all those things that a wife should come with, then she'll be a good wife. But you cannot make any woman into a wife, and please believe me. So a wife comes to you ready to be a wife with all the qualities of a wife. You cannot make someone into a wife. or wife material, if the attributes are missing, if the core personality is not loving, caring, respectful, reciprocating, all these things, don't waste time fixing up anybody or thinking that you are fixing up any woman, and don't give any woman the time to become, right? She either is or she isn't. And based on what I just said just now, I spent a lot of time, years with this person, knowing all along that no matter what happened, she would never ever become my wife. I also spent a lot of time with her knowing that I could possibly meet my wife while I am with her. Yeah, but we'll do that on another video. All right, take with that what you will. I'll catch y'all on another video, man. It's SouFLoTV. Tell me if you like these kind of reasonings, and we'll do more of these. All right, I'm out. Peace.